And we'd like to see a world in which every person gets access to this type of basic testing.
Holmes started her own company, Theranos, at age 19 to diagnose major ailments so you and I don't have to lose our loved ones early on. But what really happened? The biggest, baddest, and the richest investors in Silicon Valley were invested in her vision of making diagnostics affordable to common public with just a single drop of blood. Diagnostics in US is a $26.9 billion industry in 2020 and is supposed to be worth $35.3 billion by 2026. A typical blood test costs anywhere from $70 upwards to $5,000 for a person living in US. So many of them cannot afford to get tested. By the time they catch the disease, it becomes too late. How was Elizabeth Holmes trying to create an affordable diagnostic test kit for the common people?
She called the Edison that could detect hundreds of diseases with just a few drops of blood.
Building a small machine which will be able to diagnose a range of tests by just a single drop of blood, which would have been an out-of-the-world solution, a complete disruptor in this billion-dollar industry. Making it available in setups like supermarkets, Holmes wanted to bring this diagnostics right to the common man. It have saved so many lives, and that is why her company Theranos was valued at $9 billion. Complaints started pouring in regarding the authenticity of the tests conducted by Edison, the Theranos machine. It seems the machine never actually worked. Logically, it would have been impossible to conduct a range of tests with just a single drop of blood, because some of the tests needed to create a whole culture, which was impossible with just a single drop of blood. Theranos team mentioned the same to Elizabeth, but it seems she told them to keep working on Edison and keep testing the samples. The team had no other option but to dilute the patient's blood to conduct a range of tests manually. This was not only unethical but immoral at the least.
My boss had indicated that it was going to be, in his words, the next Apple, and that I should get as many shares as I could. It was 6 figures, which was a large amount for me. This is my certificate for Theranos showing my shares, and it was actually signed by Elizabeth Holmes. A sad bit of history, but history nevertheless.
How did so many well-known investors fall into the trap of investing in this company? Because Holmes told them that the company currently was in stealth mode and did not show the technology to any investor. And also because FOMO is an awesome trigger. As a Silicon Valley investor, you can be caught dead with a bad investment, but never with a missed golden opportunity because you were too timid to take it.
The retail giant Walgreens had a contract with Theranos to diagnose patients with its machine.
And Holmes signed up with Walgreens, a supermarket chain in the US, to install Edison and start collecting samples from common public. Requests of investment funding for her investors were answered by investors asking more information regarding the tech. Because how long can you say that you are in stealth mode, right? So pressure started building on Elizabeth. When a whistleblower gave a TED talk And an investigative journalist created a whole article regarding how Elizabeth was creating a fake empire with investors' money. She started blaming her COO, Ramesh Balwani, who was her boyfriend at that time, that he was manipulating and abusing her to make sure that she doesn't tell the public that Edison was not working. Currently, Elizabeth is awaiting sentencing and is on bail of $500,000. She faces a maximum sentence of 20 years with a fine of $250,000. What can we learn from this? In Silicon Valley, it is not just important to have a good business, but it is of utmost importance to have a great story. 2. Great storytelling. If you want more such interesting content, please do subscribe to my channel and leave your comments regarding what you think of Elizabeth Holmes. Was she a visionary or another con artist? I would love to know your thoughts. As always, I'll see you again in my other video. Trust in yourself, friend. Signing off, Sirisha Varma.